Academy product for Aston Villa. Digne with the cross, coming in is Cash, 1-0. What a moment! Matty Cash for Aston Villa. Steven Gerrard's Aston Villa take the lead against Pep's Manchester City on the low cross in, back post, Jesus, so close. Covering faces, De Bruyne. He was aiming for that in Manchester, has eluded him so far. Coutinho, chance for Coutinho! Philip Coutinho, the former Liverpool man, may have scored a goal that seals a title for Liverpool. West Ham last weekend, it ended 2-2. Sterling, back post, 2-1! İlkay Gündoğan the substitute. Manchester City back in the game, back in the hunt. 15 minutes remaining. The Etihad. What is it about Manchester City and final day drama? 12 minutes remaining. One goal required to seal the title. It's 2-2. It'll be a title winner. De Bruyne dancing into the area. De Bruyne back post. It's the title winner. It's İlkay Gündoğan. Absolutely extraordinary. A second half substitute has scored twice. An astonishing end to an incredible season. One for
swung in the corner, almost fell to Lukaku, did for Alonso, and it's deflected behind. That's Christensen, but it's fallen short. It's set up possibilities here for Eddie Nketiah. It's a gift, and Arsenal take it. Was put on a plate for him by Andreas Christensen. Well won back by Ruben Loftus-Cheek. This is Werner, and it took a deflection on its way through, and it's found its way all the way through. Timo Werner has another goal to celebrate, and Chelsea are level.
Well, you know what they say, if you don't buy a ticket...
And yet, after all that, they could make an impact at the other end. It's Ødegaard, and the shot from Smith Rowe is in! Emil Smith Rowe, who got Arsenal's winner here last season, has them back in front. Werner allowing Mason Mount to take over, and he curls one in, and Chelsea are level again. It's the captain, Cesar Azpilicueta, who's dragged them back into it.
Well, another goal.
And it's Nketiah with a shot. That's just wide of the mark. Tavares, Nketiah, lovely turn, and it's fallen for him again, and it's in! Eddie Nketiah gives Chelsea a taste of what they missed out. Bukayo Saka waiting in the middle. He was in a battle with Azpilicueta, and the decision goes against the Chelsea captain. Joy from the penalty spot for Bukayo Saka to set the seal on a memorable Arsenal victory that's going to make sure they are in the shake-up for the top four this season. In their battle to finish in the top four, Mikel Arteta's side riding through the blows twice. Fred turning it round to Ronaldo. Oh, it's spectacular! That's exactly what they brought him back for. Ronaldo spells quality. quality! And off the line! And the strike from Højbjerg. Past him. And it's a penalty! Big moment for Harry Kane. Kane levels! And you can't say they haven't deserved it with the way that they've responded to conceding first. Okay. Sancho, Ronaldo! You can't keep him down for long. He's determined to have the final say. Who finds Kulusevski and Son. And the effort that's wide.
Oh, it's a good chance. The game had
Thought it pretty quickly. Here's Son. And Reguilon pulls it across. Oh, it's gone in. It's an own goal off Maguire. Manchester United, architects of their own downfall. They've been inviting pressure upon themselves. And the break has occurred. And again, Cristiano Ronaldo denied the hat-trick by Lloris, palming it away. And it's swung in, Ronaldo! It just had to be him, didn't it? First hat-trick since his Manchester United return. Only his second ever for the club. Incoming at Manchester United. The day that he became FIFA recognised.
Way swinging delivery, looking for Dawson, finding space, and it's turned wide. Souček with the effort. And an important header away. Angle and deceived Declan Rice. Player who's capable of the spectacular. Great persistence. 1-0 Newcastle. With their first attempt of the new season, Callum Wilson scores. A club that, like few others, delight in potent, predatory number 9s. They've got one. Set up side Benrahma here. He couldn't get a shot in. Fornals finding Cresswell, and it's 1-1. But the flag, very belatedly, comes up. Now VAR will check. Done really well. Good quick feed from Jared Bowen. That would have been some goals. A big save from Woodman. First major time to hook his left foot around it. And it's 2-1 to Newcastle. And it's the right back Murphy, lifelong Newcastle United supporter, who scores his first goal in front of a packed St James's Park. And what a moment that will be for him. Dawson only working it wide. That's an intelligent touch back in, and it was a good chance for Richie. Antonio, he did well to field it and work the ball in for Benrahma. It's 2-2. Big goal for West Ham, but a big goal for Said Benrahma as well. Picking up where he left off in an excellent pre-season. Oh, off the post. Fornals takes it on. Penalty. On the score sheet. Mikel Antonio, save by Woodman on his debut. Nothing that could be done about the follow-up. Souček the quickest to react. West Ham United lead for the first time. Will either of these sides be able to put themselves in a position where they've got a bit? Even Antonio is bombing forward for Benrahma, who has found him. It is Antonio, and it is 4-2 to West Ham. 3 in quarter of an hour. What a stunning turnaround. They mean business yet again. Ødegaard with the delivery, little flick header and a crucial touch right in front of the line from Rashford. It's 6-yard box. United able to repel it easily. And De Gea is down hurt. It's rifled into the net by Emil Smith-Rowe. And now the referee's got a decision to make. Clearly when the shot came in, De Gea was already down stricken and had the whistle gone.
Well, does
the collision with David De Gea is... Fred, here's a chance! Bruno Fernandes celebrates his 100th Manchester United game by ending his longest goal drought for the club. They're back on level terms, the pressure is finally paid. It's one a pit. No shortage of Arsenal players there to attack him. What a save from De Gea. Strong right fist to it to get it away. That's outstanding. Create the room for Aubameyang. Rashford playing it in. There it is. Few, if any, more renowned. None more prolific. Ronaldo hits 800. Will Leicester in that for 2-2. I'm looking for an equaliser for 2-2 here. It might come now. It does. Martinelli with the setup. Odegaard with the finish. A near immediate response from Arsenal. What a game this is.
well, again, I think
Sancho. Fred going down. Referee again had a look. Let's play. Never in doubt. .800 becomes 801 in the blink of an eye. Manchester United's deflection on the ball in to Scuff, and it's an outstanding save, albeit that the offside flag is a worthy addition to the canon. This a night of drama.
th league goal for Liverpool. It's cleared off the line. Mane into the side netting. Inches away, Mohamed Salah, and he didn't quite. Mbuemo. Oh, did it cross the line? I don't think it did. It's a goal line clearance. Ivan Toney. This is excellent. Good move. Canos. The low cross. Back post, surely. Goal! Ethan Pinnock for Brentford. A creative free kick move. Questions must be asked about Liverpool's defending, but there was the Jamaican Ethan Pinnock at the back post. Flag stays down, set up by Henderson. Jota, what a header! It's a brilliant cross by Jordan Henderson. They do attack down the right-hand side, Liverpool. Jota finds so much space in the penalty area, and the shot comes in from Curtis Jones, hits the post. The follow-up, oh goodness, what a save by Raya. It was Jota. Fabinho stands it up, looking for Salah. Flag stays down. Salah! Flag goes up. The heads go up. Chance off the crossbar. And the follow-up is over the line. And it's 2-2. And it's Christopher Ajer. Firmino's ready to come in. Another effort comes in here. Oh, what a goal! Well, he almost sent the last one into the Thames River, Curtis Jones. And this one rifles into the top corner. What a strike to give Liverpool the lead. And they could be heading to get it to Salah. Flag stays down. Salah! Could be a chance at the back post. Wieser is battling for it. Oh! How on earth did he squeeze that one in? Yohan Wieser. His first. Ivan Toney. Flags up. Flags up. of course, decision, but so did Mohamed Salah. Given away, Jota. Raya out.
Back out to McGinn, thought about the shot, then goes for the shot! Oh, so close for John McGinn. We know.
turn an opportunity.
And on! A quite marvellous run, but denied by Martinez.
The goals of the season.
McGinn shields the ball well, turns away from Saiz, plays it into Ings! He's back on the score sheet for Villa. And a game that deserves a goal, has a goal. And it's Danny Ings. Dendoncker with space. And just for a split second, I thought that was going to dip down. And he's given it straight to Watkins. Goodness me. Shot blocked. McGinn! John McGinn with what you feel is a crucial second goal for Villa. And he struck it so well. But Wolves causing themselves problems. Cut out by Watkins. Neves. Podence. Oh, they've worked it well and finished off by Saiz. And Wolves do have a goal back. And a chance to mount a proper comeback here.
Well, just as I said.
Traore. Shuffling. Scooping it in and arriving at the back post is Dendoncker, and they will force it over. Wolves fight back to equalise. Late on, diving into the away support. Didn't have quite the finish. Deflected, it does. Ruben Neves completes an extraordinary turnaround for Wolverhampton Wanderers.
You hit the target.
A quite memorable West Midlands derby.
It's a great ball through from Kane. It's Son who's in on goal, and he lays it off. And what a start to the career of Dejan Kulusevski. His first start for the club, and in the 4th minute here, he scores at the home of the champions. Well, Manchester. Hello. He's weaved away through brilliantly. But it was only lacking in the finish as he weaved. Gundogan tries to turn and gets his shot away. So close. Sterling with the ball in. De Bruyne tries to get there. Gundogan does. Spurs, after their good start, breached by the City response. And Ilkay Gundogan scores against Tottenham. Now Son. Options in the middle. Kane! It's incredible! The man Manchester City desired has come back to haunt them.
Oh, we've got a real game now. The first time Tottenham get off the pitch.
Gundogan hits one, and Lloris makes up for his earlier error. By deflection on its way through to Harry Kane, and Kane goes for goal again and scores again. It's an all the way across to Bernardo Silva. They're appealing for handball. Huge appeal from the players and from Guard. The pressure's on. He's up to the task. It's a really convincing penalty by Riyad Mahrez. Manchester City are off the hook.
What a penalty it really was.
That disallowed effort. And the cross in, Kane! Oh! Can you truly believe this? Sometimes football really is stranger than fiction.
Football, bloody hell!
Opened up the title race. They've blown a chill wind through Manchester City, who twice came from behind. Mendes. Greenwood aiming one. Oh, what a hit! That is a stunner! Oh, Maguire. Oh, he took a chance and he hasn't got away with it. Iheanacho finds Tielemans. Oh, it's another stunning goal. He measured that and it was inch perfect. Maguire pays for the mistake and Leicester are level. Played in here to Kelechi Iheanacho. And that was a decent height for David De Gea. Well, again, it's Matic! Well, that would have been another one.
Makes this look easy.
Youri Tielemans is going to have another go. He is, and he's hit the post. Brilliantly. Daka, who's just come on, denied by De Gea, and Maguire puts it behind. Some worries. Right across, and Daka's there, denied again by De Gea. Soyuncu follows it up, and Leicester are ahead. The King power erupts. De Gea looked defiant, but when that shot came back, it's the long ball from Lindelof, and Rashford is broken free. Marcus Rashford marks his return with a goal. He channels all the frustration of the early months of the season from which he was absent. Well, Leicester are going for it again here. It's Ayoze Perez, right across, it's there! Would you believe it? Jamie Vardy! Just as Manchester United thought they got back into this game, Jamie Vardy strikes at their very heart, and Leicester are back in front! Jesse Lingard.
Didn't really get it clean.
As Youri Tielemans lines up this free kick. And Daka's round the back! The substitute makes absolutely sure this is going to be a fantastic win for Leicester City, but it's also going to end this. Back by Lindelof.
Mari Gray, he realises he's got no one in the middle, so takes it a bit further. Now there's someone there, and it's Tom Davies. Back on the team sheet, and onto the score sheets. And in the blink of an eye, Everton leads.
Well, I just spoke about this left-hand.
In blue. Dangerous ball as well, which is prodded home. Joshua King, back on one of his old stomping grounds, pops up to score. But it's not going to catch. Messina, Hernandez, and it went right through the crowd. Jordan Pick away from Digne, and there's King, and Pickford foils him. Just managed. In from Keane, Richarlison! How's that for an impact off the bench? Straight into the action, straight into the goals, and straight into the crowd to celebrate. As the dust was settling from the goal, here's Kucka. Pickford right behind it, and he had to be.
Gosh, you never.
Godfrey's in there, and it's a powerful header from Kucka. Watford have come up with something to claw themselves level with 13 minutes to play.
It's a set piece again, but what?
The visitors, and they've got a man over. Joshua King waiting for it, and he gets it. Can he finish it? He can! What a turnaround for Watford! A 50th Premier League goal for Joshua King, and the Hornets have turned the game on its head. Pedro, It's there for Dennis! And Pickford with fingertips to keep his side in the game. For the goal that will seal the deal. João Pedro, King for the hat-trick, and still, and there it is, and there's a Watford win. That will do it for them, and that will do it for Joshua King on his Everton return. The home side seemingly in control. There could still be more. Dennis, and still, Watford have 5. And no wonder they're happy with themselves. Everton cut apart. Lift off for Watford under Claudio Ranieri. Benteke is in there, Zaha as well. Anderson, Benteke, and it's in! Somehow he found a way through the crowd, and Crystal Palace go from strength to strength. Crystal Palace goalkeeper Vicente Guaita, and Ben Mee is in there, and Ben Mee comes up with something for Burnley. He came flying at that one, and the response from the home side is swift.
Well, that's what I said. The quality's good.
Zaha looking for Benteke, who couldn't quite squeeze it in. McNeil, Tarkowski underneath it. He's helped it across, and it's in! The game has been turned on its head, and Chris Wood pokes Burnley ahead and grabs his 50th Premier League.
In the box.
Gallagher, Benteke! Oh, should have done better. A chance for the instant riposte.
You get done, you get punished.
Here's Gallagher. Benteke in support! And Benteke at the double. That'll do it for Crystal Palace. Back on terms in a crazy, crazy first half.
Well, I was just talking about concentration, and the lack of concentration there from Burnley was evident.
Kouyaté will attack it, Benteke as well. And Pope with a point-blank stop, and it's forced home by Guehi. Crystal Palace have their lead back. Mark Guehi in towards Tarkowski, who got a touch, and Cornet! Oh, what a hit that is! What a game this is! His scintillating form continues in claret and blue, and we have 6 goals equally shared. Plenty of whip on the cross. Goodmanson just tried to pass it in, and Guaita relieved to hold. Pope's after it. Zaha! Oh, thunderous from now Vidra. Chance to be a hero, and Guaita with a huge save right at.
Get your foot through it. Doesn't do it. Hits it with his studs.
Drama right.
It's an encouraging start from Newcastle, and it's in! And it's Jamal Lascelles! And that is the way to start a new era! An early goal for Newcastle United! That will do for starters. Here's Canos though, and Ivan Toney might get his shot away, and how about that for a remarkably rapid response from Brentford, and it's the former Newcastle man, Ivan Toney, who has rattled that in, and it's 1-1, just like feeding on this, and it's in. Oh, the flag is up for offside against Toney. It will not there to prevent Wilson, some maximum, and it's collected by Fernandes.
Very unlike him.
Canos picked him out perfectly. Canos with a delightful cross, and Brentford are in front, and it's Rico Henry who scored against Norwich last time out, who is there again, and that has put a dent in Newcastle's new era.
Brilliant play from Canos.
It's a maximum, superb, and it's spun towards Joelinton! Of all people to come to the rescue, it's Joelinton! And on the evidence of this first half, it's going to be quite a ride under Eddie Howe at Newcastle. St Maximin! And it flashes wide. Onyeka just on. Oh, and it's deflected in. And Brentford hit the front again. And this topsy-turvy showdown at St James's takes yet another twist. Fraser, newly arrived. Fraser in. St Maximin! Head over heels about that. Newcastle answer back again, and it's their ultimate crowd pleaser. It's Richie to float it in. It's still not away. Fraser. James! Fabianski's behind it.
Have to get close to him when he
James Havertz! Comfortable catch for Fabianski.
Generate the power that he wanted.
Mount once more with greater depth. Thiago Silva has found the net! And Chelsea lead in the East End! Big leap from the Rolls-Royce Brazilian. And the Premier League leaders are in front again.
Looked like a free header.
Mendy needing to protect it. Oh, Bowen's gone over. It's a penalty. Manuel Lanzini with conviction. And East meets West again.
Great penalty. Excellent strike that from Manuel Lanzini. Really important that West Ham
kept from Sofal. Ziyech, he's seen Mason Mount. Mason Mount! Oh, wonderful! How smart is that one? A simply gorgeous cushion volley from Mason Mount. And from nowhere, Chelsea are back in front. Aimed up towards Antonio. Sofal. And Bowen has speared one in! Boy, he's caught that pure! What a lovely hit! And West Ham are level again.
And I mentioned, Peter, about clipping it in behind Chelsea and trying to force something. And that's exactly...
Shrugs off Hudson-Odoi. Bowen! Oh! Masuaku. Masuaku! Oh, it's gone in! And West Ham are 3.5 minutes away from a steal!
Unbelievable. Loftus-Cheek's foot. The way it dipped.
And it goes from Rafinha, who did try and catch out Edouard Mendy. And Mendy came up with the answer. Shackleton was up there trying to support him. James goes down. And the referee having a think about it. And he's pointed to Rafinha outwits Edouard Mendy. And Leeds United bring more trouble to Chelsea's door. Because of the lateness in the window of the attempt to sign him, he said no. That's Alonso, and that's turned in at the near post. Mason Mount, who silences the Leeds United fans. Leeds caught out, Chelsea level. It's Alonso, and it whistles over the top. In towards that near post, and Meslier keeps hold of it. Rudiger, Werner's in the middle. Rudiger, was he wiped out? The referee says corner, and nothing more. Meslier, Jorginho, same end, same result. After a week in which they have been cornered, Chelsea have come out fighting. From Antonio Rudiger. There's Tyler Roberts for Leeds United. Great ball in and finished off superbly.
It's Dan James. Is it Dan James?
Joe Gelhardt.
Oh, Gelhardt.
The man who got to it. He is swamped by the Legion. Oh, well, that was risky. It's a penalty. Can you believe it? Matei. Jorginho may just have delivered the knockout blow. Stamford Bridge roars its approval. This is what... It's never dull when it's Chelsea against Leeds United.
And fashion a shooting chance for the
Spurs at this moment.
Lookman, Daka, Lookman, and Daka! Well, totally against the run of play. Now Antonio Conte ruining the missed chances. Listen. And he will take it on.
Had a slow start to the season, James Maddison.
He's got support from Lucas Moura. But he will not need him against his former club and favourite opponent. Harry Kane scores a landmark goal, the 250th of his club career, and you cannot say Tottenham don't deserve it.
Really careless.
And, well, Tielemans' slip could have been really...
Something not right about Tielemans to see.
Enjoying a feel of the ball. And great introduction for Barnes. And Maddison will score! Instant impact from Harvey Barnes to set it up. And Leicester, who have at times tonight been under siege, find themselves in front. Højbjerg, Bergwijn, Doherty went down in there. Appeals and glances towards Højbjerg. Doherty's up there. Matt Doherty! Oh, and in! Bergwijn has saved it for Tottenham. An extraordinary climax at the King Power Stadium. For so long it seemed to be. And Bergwijn's going through. And can he finish it here? Steven Bergwijn wins it! Astonishing stuff! Well, you could not have a greater impact as a substitute than that. Seeing is not necessarily believing. What an incredible night.
Good whip on that from Corday, and into the back post by Nathan Collins. Second chance of the game for the big central defender. And this time he claims his first ever goal for Burnley. That is the case. Down goes Gordon in the penalty area.
Oh, it's a
referee is going to point to the spot for Everton.
Yes.
And now Burnley 1, Everton 1.
Oh, what a response from going a goal down. And then you want calm head, who's taken the penalty. I wasn't sure about the run-up, but he proves everyone wrong in the ground.
Richarlison to his left. Good effort for the Brazilian. And it took a touch on the way through. And that's going to be a corner. It's nicely done. Michael Lenko. Down he goes. Was it a trip by Aaron Lennon? This time, Mike Dean is it in this season. Richarlison again. Same result again. From 1-0 down.
Frank Lampard's Everton lead 2-1 at Turf Moor. Around Roberts. Oh, all power and just lacking accuracy. Skid his way past John Choquetti. It's the equaliser, Che Rodriguez. It's only his second goal in the Premier League this season. It is absolutely crucial for Burnley. It was a good stretch by Collins. Acrobatic from Richarlison. What a save from Nick Pope. That is the save of the to Gordon. Good defending, good recovery by Tarkowski to get back. He got him out of jail there. Pass forward. Another mistake, this time by Godfrey. Vidra pulls it back to Cornet. 2 mistakes, and Everton are punished. And this could be the winning goal now. It's been a long time coming for Maxwell Cornet. His last goal came in early January. 1 goal for Everton in the Premier League. That was against Crystal Palace in December. He's
already had plenty to think about, as have Leicester City in general. De Bruyne! It's a blockbuster start for Manchester City. They are in the mood. They are in the goals. And as it stands, they are in the box seat for the title. It's taken less than 5 minutes. And from Mahrez. And Laporte goes down. And they're asking the question of Chris Kavanagh. Mahrez thunders it home. Once a Leicester City hero, now he deepens their early Boxing Day misery. 2-0 in a flat. It's Maddison, and it extended Edison. It was a terrific. De Bruyne on for Cancelo, lining up in the middle. Schmeichel to Gundogan. Easy pickings for Manchester City from there. Well, they did their best to again. Zinchenko wants it. Sterling keeps going. That's a penalty. And it's Tielemans again who's given it away. James. Make that 4. An emphatic penalty. An emphatic start from Manchester City. Looks for Bernardo Silva and Sterling. And that is magical football all round. Pokes it on again. Leicester City have numbers here. It is Maddison. It's a beautiful counter-attack. There hasn't been much for Leicester City fans to cheer today, but that was a gorgeous goal. Neatly done again. Now Iheanacho. Lookman on the run and on the ball, and in with a chance, which he takes. Leicester City all of a sudden are back in business. Edison with a bit of room, might take it on, he does. Oh, Edison against the bar, and Iheanacho. Leicester City are right bang back in the game now.
There's Maddison in form, just wandering. Just give me the ball, I'll do some.
Fernandinho, and over from Amate, just about to him, but it looks like Mahrez will go for those in the middle. One of them's Laporte. Oh, they needed that. A nerve settler from Aymeric Laporte. And Manchester City have a 2-goal cushion again. Calm once again in the middle. And Diaz is in there, and it's touched in by Sterling. And that will settle the game in Manchester City's favour. They haven't had it all their own way today, but they have scored 6.
So they're trying everything that they can to try and stop him.
And that is it.
Once more with Walker-Peters, who's allowed to advance to the edge of the West Ham area. Strike comes in, Southampton take the lead. A brilliant finish from Mohamed El Yunusi. And it has taken the Saints just 8 minutes to get their march on here at the London Stadium. First delivery Forster gets something on it. Southampton just about get it away. Back into the box by Su. Still Vlasic, he might go for goal. Clawed out by Fraser Forster. West Ham did walking better. Bowen's ball in. Dawson's in there, it's Antonio! Instant impact from Michael Antonio to draw West Ham level. Just 3 minutes after coming on. West Ham won, Southampton won. Good run at Brozier. Is he brought down there? The effort comes in. Fabianski was in the way. And Kevin Friend waves his arms.
Удар и гол. 2-1. 2-1. Выходит Саутгемптон вновь вперед. Шикарное исполнение удара от капитана Саутгемптона.
In which he usually thrives. Cuts it across to Benrahma. And West Ham are back level in no time at all. Brilliant play yet again from Jared Bowen. And there was Saeed Benrahma to sweep it home. Fizzed in by Ward-Prowse. Brilliant delivery. And for the third time here this afternoon, Southampton get themselves in front. Great ball in by Ward-Prowse. And Jan Bednarek, the player who planted his head.
Prowse again, time and time again, producing.
There is the full-time whistle.
Just tap short for Fernandes, trying his luck. Oh, it's in, right through the goalkeeper. What a start for Manchester United. Martinez claiming he was impeded by the positioning of Cavani. But it's gone right through the goalkeeper, and Manchester United have a gift.
It looks like a half-hearted appeal from the goalie.
Cavani just couldn't get the touch. Greenwood. Better goalkeeping this time from Martinez. Very quickly on the scene. Martinez able to beat the free kick away. It was well struck. Greenwood. £35 million transfer fee. And there's an example of it. Delivery, good header, fine save. And he's played in Alanga here. Another fine stop from Martinez, who would have been disappointed had he been beaten at that angle, but verdant green grass ahead of him and very nearly found the far corner.
Such a dangerous player.
Sanson with a poor touch. Fred can seize upon it. It's Bruno Fernandes. It's 2-0. And Manchester United double their advantage. Aston Villa on top in the second half. United hit them with a sucker punch. And Bruno Fernandes, like a seasoned number 10, making his way for Chukwuemeka. Back for Coutinho. It's Ramsey. Aston Villa halved the deficit and set up a grandstand finale. His first ever goal at Villa Park, where he grew up watching his football. It'll mean a lot on a person. Run it into Watkins' path. Buendia looking for Ramsey. First time ball in from him. Oh, would you believe it? The little magician casts his considerable spell on the Holt end. His first trick to make Manchester United's 2-goal lead disappear.
Welcome to Villa Park.
Buendia, Coutinho.
Jacob Ramsey just got in his way. He wasn't.
Coutinho with a goal and an assist. The arrival of the little magician.
And click! Oh, and it's saved by Fabianski. There's Forshaw. Harrison! And Leeds take the lead. A goal which has been coming. It's been a super start from Leeds United. And Jack Harrison puts them in front. Inside Cresswell's corner. Into a great area. And that should have been the equaliser. Craig Dawson was there. What a chance to make it one apiece.
What a delivery from Cresswell. I think there's a slight touch from Declan Rice that puts Dawson off. Cresswell back in.
Rafinha's corner. It's a good one too, and it's turned in. Well, Leeds think they're back in front. There'll be a VAR check here. But for now, the Leeds players celebrate. This time West Ham made to pay from a corner.
Nice.
Now it's Rice. Medier came out and maybe angled very tight for Rice. Maybe too tight.
Declan
Leeds. Dan James went for a curver and didn't quite get the whip he was looking for, but
well, that was more like it from Dan.
Now Fornals. Pablo Fornals, big chance, it's 2-2! Superbly worked and superbly taken. But breaks for Rafinha, look at the space here. Harrison, hat-trick chance, and he gets it! What about this? Jack Harrison scores again, and for the third time, Leeds take the lead. And a first ever senior hat-trick for Jack. Up steps Rafinha! What a great effort, and he was so unlucky. Wow. Diop. There's the cutback, it's in again! Leeds have scored 4! This time it's a chance here, good save, Bowen's there, then Yarmolenko! The flag is up. Yarmolenko, and Medier made the save.
And Bielsa would have been out.
Antonio, Leeds switched off there, cross deflected, and put over the bar! Oh my word, what a chance! It's all over. What a game, what a win for Leeds United.
To Esri, Konsa, it's a good ball in as well that Mings was attacking, and Meslier behind him did superbly well on the run. Mings was strong initially, but Rodrigo's picked up the pieces here and finds Dan James, who finds the corner. And Leeds United score first at Villa Park. It's a third goal this season for Dan James, and didn't he finish it impressively?
Absolutely brilliant from Dan James, and he just picked the pocket, didn't it, Rodrigo, of Tyrone Mings. But I think Leeds have struggled this season with being...
The run by Rodrigo, it's a decent ball into Dan James as well. Real danger of that just creeping in at the Kadeen for Aston Villa. It's in towards Tyrone Mings, who got great connection on the header. And it's getting Leeds United moving. Dan James gets back on it again and hits the crossbar. It's another... Matty Cash manages to squeeze the cross in. Coutinho with the touch and the finish. There's the response from Aston Villa. And there's the little magician from Barcelona with the goal. Aston Villa 1, Leeds United 1. Two fantastic finishes here in the first half.
That's a first real bit of quality from Aston Villa in the...
Shake of the shoulders by Coutinho, and he gave Ayling the slip. He's played a brilliant ball through here to Ramsey, who's in! Fantastic! Wonderful Aston Villa goal. The ability and vision of Felipe Coutinho and the ice-cold finishing of young Jacob Ramsey. And just like that, it's Aston Villa 2, Leeds United 1. Excellent goal.
Yeah, two players.
It's Coutinho on the ball. Here's Ramsey. He might be in for another Jacob Ramsey. Oh, he is! What a finish! Villa Park explodes! 20-year-old Jacob Ramsey's becoming the star of the show. Coutinho the provider once again. And how about that for a finish? Villa 3, Leeds. It's a nice little ball to Rodrigo. And then James was in there and it's gone in. Well, they've scored. Leeds United, and Dan James has got himself another one. 5 goals in less than 47 minutes, and Emi Martinez can't believe it, that somehow Dan James able to scramble it in. They're away from the relegation issue. It's Lucadine with the left foot, Meslier with a firm punch. Rafinha. Here's Rodrigo. Strauss looking for it again. Midnight in, it's 3-3. It's Diego Llorente, and Leeds United are all the way back. Well, Tyrone Mings tried his best to keep it out, but Diego Llorente was on hand to score his second goal of the season. Away, it's a chance here now for Click, who shoots and hits it straight at Emi Martinez. Aston Villa causing their own problems. Ball match that had absolutely everything. Steven Gerrard looks on after shaking hands with Marcelo Bielsa.
Inside their own half of the field.
They're in again with Højbjerg, and this time it ends up in the back of the net. Son takes the congratulations. Bednarek was lunging for it as well. The best form of defence for them, and it's a wonderful stop at full stretch by Lloris. James Ward-Prowse as good as any. It's suddenly become an area that surely is going to lead to a goal, and they've got one. Brozier stabbed it home. Now is there more relevance to the scoreline. Southampton have been knocking on the door. Ben Davis, who was dragged across to the other side with Perrault, and Stuart Armstrong with the header that kept out. Another Lloris save needed. Back with Walker-Peters. Done well to get the cross in. Kane came round the back. He's gone over the boards, and that free kick wasn't given against Brozier, who stayed down. And here's Son. He'll be more frustrated now. That is typical Spurs. Even when they're not playing well, they've got Kane and Son. And he scores for a 5th home Premier League game in a row. Brozier going alone and wastes it. Again, you mentioned his Walker-Peters in by Ward-Prowse first time, and there is the equaliser. It's El Yunusi who got on the end of it. A brilliant delivery, and Ralph Hasenhüttl can feel there is justice in the world. 2-2. Stretched Spurs defensively, back by Ward-Prowse again. Oh, and it's another one. It's Shea Adams this time. Same server, different scorer. And he runs to the Saints supporters, who are delirious with joy. 2-1 down, they're 3-2 up. And it's no more Ross. And it's put in by Bergwijn.
A reward for urgency.
Crack, he puts it in to where Forster claims, and Southampton are about to claim a famous victory.
Dashing away from Forshaw. Ronaldo stopped at point-blank range. That was bound to be a goal. Though Maguire, Pogba, their potential problems. In by Shaw and in by Maguire! Red leads white. And boy, did that man need that goal. Came back to Jadon Sancho, and Sancho fired it high.
Ronaldo's got to be picking out.
Running at Strauch. Now Sancho, and then Fernandes! Red hot United! And Leeds are feeling that heat. Firpo for Rodrigo. Oh, it's flown in, that's extraordinary!
That's a cross.
It's a freak, it's a fluke. It might be a game changer. Caught in the gale. Hunger and teeth again. It's Daniel James. James across goal, 2-inch! Rafinha has slid in! On its head! A wild game! In wind and rain! And so is James. This is Joe Gelhardt!
And now there's a directness to what they're doing.
And here's Ronaldo. And here's Jadon Sancho. That is a critical touch. Was it Dallas? Jadon Sancho's the extra man. It is Jadon Sancho for Manchester United. It's Fred! It's 3-2 Manchester United! Off the bench and bang! Bruno Fernandes, the conjurer, away from Struijk. He's played it for Elanga, and Manchester United have the points.
It does seal it, and Elanga had a very good chance to put distance. He's getting better and better as well, Jadon Sancho.
Middle, Bamford waiting too. James can play it in, and Rodrigo can side it wide.
Wow. And actually, he caught that a little too sweet.
And he's put in Bamford here. It is Patrick Bamford who saw light at the near post.
It was just a bit careless, that from Rooted
ball, Trincão's onto it. And set it back for Johnny! Old goal breakthrough! And a truly special moment for a much-loved player. So long, F couldn't get there. Chased in by Johnny! Not this time.
Wow. Whether there's a limit.
And here's Potence. And here is Trincão! He has fizzed it in! 10 minutes into first half stoppage time. And Wolves are starting to cruise here. Trincão.
Lucky. Good play that. Nice work. Just Lincoln.
Aiming at Ayling, and Ayling's in! And Ayling hits the post! And is scrambled off the line, and it's in by Harrison! And Leeds have a big interest! Feel the mood change.
Box, excellent. But this one here, could the young fullback have maybe just dropped off?
Well, this is harum-scarum stuff. And Sar's come out! It's 2-each! It's Rodrigo! It's crazy! It is absolutely crazy!
I mean, look, you can see there's Stuart Dallas laying on the floor. But they keep playing.
That been behind here for Leeds. It's Jack Harrison! Oh. It's over from James.
Wow.
Size. Jack Harrison! Oh, what a reach from Jose Sarr.
Brilliant.
Relive by Ayling, lifted into the air by Bolly. Struijk's competing. Ayling! This is transformational! This is sensational! This is Leeds from the dead! Marching on together! Oh, it's another Leeds free kick for a foul on Koch. Had a look at his watch.
Oh, and that wasn't that far away.
And Richarlison.
In it goes from Eze. Oh, Mateta free header! The Eagles inflict another talent in the Toffees' top flight future. It's coming. Ayu's in there. Pickford had a go at it. Zaha. Pickford's not there. And Ayew forces it over. It's getting worse and worse for Everton. They were picked off there.
That's their 11th mistake.
Andre Gomez from range. I think the referee's playing an advantage there. The challenge on Gordon. Mikalenko. Forward. One by Holgate. Brilliantly done by Keane. Oh, they needed that. And right back in business are the Toffees. With room. Slips it into Mateta. And there's Pickford. And we've said that before. Finds Dele Alli. Richarlison finds a way through. Everton erupts. Right in the thick of the action again is Richarlison. The man for these moments, Goodison. Drawing at the moment. Gray sends it in, brilliant ball! Dominic Calvert-Lewin lads on the pitch.
Ronaldo. And Elanga has pinched it from Gibson, and that is a gift for Cristiano Ronaldo and for Manchester United. They've been full of purpose already, and they have a goal to show for it. Although Norwich plotted their running at Byram. Lingard. It's a goal kick that's been given, although United have few. Corner to contend with from Tellez, though! And guess who met it? It just had to be, didn't it? Cristiano Ronaldo with a brilliant header, and Manchester United are having one of their better afternoons. And now Pukki. And Norwich have one back through Kieran Dowell, and it's all in the timing for them. Right on the stroke of half-time, suddenly it's not so straightforward for United.
No, Norwich have just burst into life the last...
Fall in Maguire's direction, but it certainly did for Jesse Lingard to have a go. Dowell and Pukki, and the flag stays down. It's Timo Pukki! It's 2-2! An astonishing comeback from Norwich. They may be exiting the Premier League again, but they're not going quietly. He slipped. Rashica took it on, and that's an incredible save from David De Gea. To face a few times. What will happen next? It is Cristiano Ronaldo! Oh, wow! That is brilliant! That is breathtaking from Cristiano Ronaldo! Absolutely stunning! Absolutely has it. Fernandes blocked by Krul, and any which way will do.
Had then Gibson.
Gilmore, will there be one last chance?
Opportunity for Gordon, and Raya is there. Richarlison.
I mentioned a certain directness.
It will be Eriksson, and the chance was there for Ivan Toney. Richarlison to help it on, and in! Feel the noise! Feel the relief! It will be Eriksson, and it is not far away at all. The sharpest in Toney. Oh, and Whistle will pick it up and lash it in. Well, that has punctured them. Jensen, Henry.
Yeah, creating some decent chances now out the Brentford.
Neat little flick by Calvert-Lewin. Richarlison, the meat in the sandwich, and it is a penalty. The coolest man on Merseyside. And the 10 men in sight of safety. On the flick, in! Wissa! The set-piece magic again for Brentford. And
faithful.
And Burmo. Henry's in there! It's another! An astonishing turnaround here! And Doucouré is completely free.
Maybe just the reminder that Brentford need, though, that this game is far from over.
Country mile offside.
Quite penalty. Oh, there's another mistake here, and Mane's been short of goals, gets one. Well, a catastrophe at both ends, but Liverpool have cashed in on Chelsea's mistake, and Sadio Mane is back on the ground, which has served him well in the past. And it's Chelsea 0, Liverpool 1 in the 9th. And Salah, good first touch, acceleration, brilliant finish. Back at the bridge, scoring as a Liverpool player here for the first time to take his tally of goals in England to 150, including 2 for Chelsea all those years ago. Sublime.
Martin, honestly, the atmosphere in this...
Alonso goes by the direct route. Like Kelleher. Oh, brilliant from Mateo Kovacic. They have got one back before half-time. They say their midfield players never score, but he scored one here. And probably wasn't his ball to win. On by Conte. Pulisic. He's got this one. Bedlam at the bridge. Back. And it rolls wide in the end from Mason Mount.
He's in Salah, and Salah's had a hit, and Mendy was scrambling spectacularly. City's game, regardless of a goalless second half, it was throughout tantalising.
Firmino, Salah coming central. And he's played Naby Keita in here, and Liverpool do take their early chance. Well, he's rolled it in and rolled out a booster here for the away team. A shot by Rashford, who's got a very good record in this fixture, particularly in this stake here between Shaw and Maguire. Alexander-Arnold, and it's 2. Easy. Diogo Jota. A tap-in. It's Manchester United 0, Liverpool 2. They're 2 down at home again. Now Shaw. The line went up here, and it's not too far away. Here, Jota, Salah. Break from Naby Keita, Salah! He keeps on going. Liverpool keep on scoring, and Mo Salah is the man again. He scores for a 10th appearance in a row. 10 out of 10 for the Egyptian king.
Onto the pitch on a Saturday by Magic.
Jota. Salah. Wow. It is absolute mayhem for Manchester United, and Liverpool are cashing in on every chance. Mo Salah gets his 2nd. Liverpool get the 4th. Henderson. What a pass that is for Mo Salah. Is this going to be the hat-trick? It certainly is. It's 5, inside 5 minutes of the second half. Only Dirk Kuyt has got a Liverpool hat-trick in the Premier League against Manchester United. Focusing, and he scores in Ronaldo fashion. They're not going to... Too quickly. Good challenge by Pogba. And here's Alexander-Arnold trying to create some more, and but for David De Gea, which was a top save. It would have... And a free header for McTominay. Off the bar from Cavani, was it? Who was going in? Ronaldo as well. Manchester United were terrible. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer will have all the questions to answer now, and maybe some from... Cheers. Alexander-Arnold again, and he can use his left foot. We saw that stray pass, but that was a super. And Ndombele for Kane, he's in again. This time he scores in character characteristic Harry Kane fashion from previous seasons, but boy, he needed that one in this season. And so too against Liverpool did Tottenham Hotspur. They lead after 13 minutes. Others arriving too, like Dele Alli, who's put it wide. But can't get there, nearly got to Jota. It gets to Robertson, Jota header, 1-1. His 10th Premier League goal of the season. It's his back and his way, and Salah coming in, and it's a goal. It's Robertson with the header. Numbers in the box for Liverpool, who have 50 goals in the Premier League. Harry Winks in behind Keita. Can Son get there first? He has done. It's 2-2. This time they snap all the chance. What a game. What a game. Here's a Kane for Son! And Alisson is there again, but the offside flag, which of course is, dare I say, to all lovers of the game. And something for both sides.
Big saves, that was huge. De Bruyne, deflection, goal! Kevin De Bruyne penetrates promptly, and the champions strike first on. Bounces towards Andy Robertson, Alexander-Arnold, Jota, one each. Well, that has not taken long. And they promise here, the big boys, to serve us up a sizzler. Around Alexander-Arnold, Kevin De Bruyne! Centimetres. Yeah, as João Cancelo has rippled the netting from the outside via a deflection. It is a corner. Cancelo. And Jesus has scored! Simplicity itself! Liverpool are stunned here. By the sheer plainness of the goal. In by Foden, Laporte! Oh, what a save! What a save from Alisson against the post and behind. Salah. He's rolled it into the path of Sadio Mane! 2-2! A red blur at the start of the second half! Raheem Sterling! City are in front for a third time! Riyad Mahrez! And Alisson was scrambling. That glance is no less tight. It is 1 point. It is still 1 point. Twice City led.
De Bruyne coming in. Gabriel Jesus had gone to the centre of the goal, leaving a space behind. Tip into Jota. Nice turn. Great shot too. And Salah trying to be in the right place at the right time. Trying to explode on the scene as Salah can. And Mane, great chance for Liverpool. They've clicked into gear. Salah to Mane. Fist pumps from Klopp, and joy for the majority inside Anfield. And those Manchester City periods of domination might not. Gabriel Jesus making great progress, and Phil Foden is in and scores. 1-1. He's done it again to Liverpool. has a real taste for this fixture. He's done it again. Mo Salah. Still Salah. Oh! Wow. Take your hat off to Mo Salah. That's majestic. Out of absolutely nothing. He's restored Liverpool's lead. And Pep Guardiola reflects. Phil Foden again. To tee up Walker. De Bruyne! 2-2! Another sublime goal. And the mood changes from negative to positive for Manchester City. And Pep Guardiola in particular. And Kevin De Bruyne in particular. Drifting it in. And the goalkeeper's not there. Fabinho! Open goal, but it wasn't open for long enough.
Rodri.
Mutual admiration between the two, and this match will only enhance that. But Pep Guardiola got himself in a lather and a yellow card.